Alright, welcome back. Hoping you're having a fabulous day. Today, I want to talk about the top free-to-play characters you can use today in Honkai Star Rail. Now again, this is not all of them because I still have yet to pull some characters. I wanted to talk about the ones that I have pulled and that I can tell you for certain are pretty good or underrated. And also just know this video will not include every single good free-to-play 4-star, so there might be some that you might be using that are very good, just the ones that I have pulled, and I can tell you for certain after my testing, oh my god, they are great, and have gotten me through a set content that has literally left me stuck. With that, we're gonna jump into this. Let's have some fun. Like and subscribe helps out a ton. Let's check it out. First, we'll start off with a character most of you have because you literally cannot not have this, okay? This character is Heng. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Don't get mad at me. For Dan, he does have a lot of pros, right? There are a lot of pros, though there are a lot of cons. His kit is pretty good. The thing is that his damage is actually unreal. For a 4-star character, you can argue he is on par with that of a 5-star and even better than some 5-stars. His damage multipliers are huge. As you see, he is obviously a wind character, so he is a windbreaker, which again, you may not need that always, which is why people are putting him in more of a con area, where yes, there are better other elements that you can use, but windbreaker doesn't really scream too broken or too useful in some sets of content we're currently encountering. But with this kit, he does have slow, which is arguably very, very good and very, very helpful. And his ultimate is very good because those enemies that are slowed actually give that ultimate a nice little boost, which again, his kit works very well together, which causes a high amount of damage to be outputted, which is huge again for a 4-star character. With the free-to-play title, I think that this is a very good character given to you right away. Good to use, good single target damage, good with slow, good ultimate, low ult cost. There is a lot of pros with this character, but if you chase some other characters, they may be better in some set of content and just maybe better overall. Obviously, using brain cells, comparing a 5-star to a 4-star character kind of is not the right thing to do, but it is true that people are saying, A, maybe it's not worth it to build, Dan, due to the fact that Zila exists, and if you're pulling for Zila, maybe putting those materials into Dan is not the best idea, but if you're, watching this video, you're most likely free-to-play statusing it, and you may not have pulled Zila, so Dan is a great replacement, though again, in the future, you might see some drop in this character, but for right now, for what he is, Dan is very, very good. Next up, the literal poster character for Honkai Star Rail, March 7th, absolutely a great character as well. For March 7th, I think the two highlights for this character that anybody can just jot down and say that's why this character is a very good character is the ultimate, where it is an AoE freeze ultimate, which is huge. Again, anything that, blocks basically a character or an enemy's attack is huge on any character. Anything that grants an extra turn, anything that counters an attack, anything that freezes, stuns, whatever, those are going to automatically be very strong attacks. Not only does March 7th have that though, she does have a single target shield, which is actually also pretty good, a pretty strong shield. The thing is, if you can get a good synergy with this character, it would be huge and a very good character to continue into late game for every piece of content basically. So you pair her up with somebody else that has a shield, that's going to be huge, along with her counter and all of that, and she's also a great character for what Clara is. So if you do pull for Clara, this would be an outstanding character to pair up with, so just keep that in mind for future content as well. She is very, very strong and very, very good, but just know in the future that if you are pulling for a character like Bailu, or you end up getting that character, people are saying that yes, Bailu is much better, but remember, for right now, as a free-to-play status, you have to understand 4-star characters are powerful and they are helpful. There is a long list of people that can't actually pull a 5-star for the life of them. Yes, you might be watching this and crying, don't worry, it's fine. But yes, Bailu is a future character that is there, but for now, March 7th is a great replacement and a great freaking character to pull and to use while you can. And again, in the future, as mentioned, Clara is a great team up with this character. So again, if you are pulling for Clara or you have her, I would say team up March 7th with her and you will see how much content you can breeze through. They are a very good combo. Another reason is March 7th is an absolute legend. Play story and you'll find out why. Literal legend. Next up, we have Serval over here, which is for free as well. Another character that most of you should have. Again, first I want to start off with the characters literally everyone has. These three are very, very strong, though again, they're not the best. Well, arguably, we'll talk about that later, but Serval is also here, a very outstanding character as well. Across the board, she is a lightning breaker, which is pretty huge in itself, though again, in the future, you may get somebody like Kafka, you may get somebody like the next banner, right, where they may get replaced, but again, those are 5-star characters. Yes, a 4-star theoretically can never live up to a 5-star, though again, some really do, and some really are game-changing, but just if it is in the future that you don't want to waste materials, maybe if you pull for a next banner or whatever, you might miss out on this one, but you know, it is what it is. Her AoE damage is freaking insane though. It sometimes rivals that of 5 stars, which is huge. She is skill point efficient. She is great in early game when you are going against literally 95% of the characters being robots. She is a absolute carry. So again, that is where she really does shine. And in late game too, you'll run into robots across time. Don't worry about it. But a great character, one of the best at this moment in time AoE lightning breakers. So again, that is there. And also she has DOT damage, which is what is the damage over time. So keep it in mind that these old things play a huge part into making this character very, very strong. Though there are setbacks, I will say Serval is great. Serval is free, and you can go and level her up to go and progress through content for her AoE shock, her AoE DOT, all of it. It is very helpful, and she is a very strong character. Next up, this is arguably the best 4-star in the game, and I will say that arguably it's true. It's the best. It literally is the best character. I have never seen, like, I don't even know. She doesn't even feel like a 4-star. She's like a hidden 5 stars, what you gotta call this character. Damn. She is great. For this character, the biggest benefits is she is a buffer character and she applies so many buffs, it's not even funny. She also regenerates 50% energy for a single ally and increases the target's damage by set percentage for 2 turns, which is very, very strong. A very good buffer, overall a very good unit, though she may not be great at lightning break, whatever, but still for what she is as a character, she is outstanding. And though again, you're gonna compare 5 stars to a 4-star character, you have to know for what this 4-star character is, it is arguably the best 4-star in the game and very strong for so many different content pieces and just carrying you through, again, content as it is. At the end of the day though, you have to understand pulling this character may be hell for you at this moment in time, but as time progresses, you will have a chance and this character will be appearing on the next banner. So with that also playing into effect, this is a great character to prioritize pulling or just going and seeing if you do have it, go and build it, use it, and you will see the difference that this character will create for your game and your playstyle. Very, very good character. And also at the end of the day, she is a very flexible character as well, where she can be placed on multiple teams and just work in multiple different areas. So remember, that's also a very great thing there too. Last but not least is Pela. She is on my alt account and she is actually very good. She's one of the first 5 stars or 4 stars I actually pulled, and I gotta say, I was thoroughly shocked at this character. She is placed lower on tier list and she is usually not called a great character, but from what I could tell, she is good, and she really is. First off, she is an icebreaker that is there. She also has massive defense shred that amplifies the team's damage, which is actually huge. She is, I think, the only character in the game, and I could be wrong about this, that can remove a buff, which, first off, for that, like, being a plus point, in the future, and like with content increases and stuff, you know, happens, and we go through more things, that could be very big, okay? That could be. She has really good support scaling, though on the damage side of things, she will lack just a little bit, but overall, I still think that she's a great character. And again, she's not as flexible as the previous character. She will not work in, you know, random thrown together teams. You need a team build, okay? Again, with every character, you obviously need a team build, but for this one, it's more of a specific thing that, yes, you have to find her the right team in order to maximize her damage output, or her support output, or just maximize the character in general. Again, for Icebreaker, in that category, she is very strong, and also her AoE ultimate reduces defense, which is also pretty good. Overall, a very well-rounded character, and though people do rate her very low, you know, I think that she is very good, though I saved her for the last position in this video. Again, this video was in no specific order by any means, but I did want to wait and just, again, I want to know down below what you think about Pela. Again, I don't want to give wrong information, but I do think she is a very powerful character. Though not like the best 4-star, I still think that she can be used and be very helpful to a lot of people, hence why I wanted to include her in this list. Again, my options may have been weird, right? But I wanted to go through the characters that I have played that I can tell you for certain are very, very strong in comparison to what I've seen other people kind of say or share information about. And also, I do want to spend more time on some characters just to give you information on. Asta's a great character also, but again, before I get that video out where I break this down further, I do want to take some time and understand more characters. But the ones that I can tell you right now in your face that yes, these are some great characters are the ones that I listed after testing, playing, and understanding them. They are very powerful. Though again, I'll spend some more time, get some more characters, and let you know if I did miss any, which I clearly did. There are some great ones still pending, but again, from what I've played, those are the ones. So with it, I really hope you enjoyed that video. Again, I'll catch you in basically a part 2 later on as I get through more of the game and understand more characters, but they want to give you an introductory video for it. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a stay safe, peace, and enjoy. That's been for me, and yeah.